Hi, my name is Laura. I am doing my first YouTube video of taking a video of myself ever. I'm a little bit picky about things that are technical, so I want it to be as extremely professional as possible from the very beginning, and so bear with my anxiety about those little details. I am doing this video because I have two goals. One is that I'm joining the H4H, or Hot for Halloween, challenge with Greg on his YouTube channel. And I also am wanting to improve my comfort level with doing the videos for professional purposes. So I hope to be improving my video quality and sound quality, etc. of my videos as the weeks go on in the H4H, and hope to be expanding my videos for professional purposes also. So this is kind of a twofold effort that I've got to get more comfortable with being in front of a camera, because I pretty much hate what I look like. I don't hate how I sound usually, but what I look like is maybe the reason why I'm joining H4H. So I didn't know about H4H until today, when I was browsing the internet and YouTube specifically for a community kind of for my Fitbit. I have a Fitbit and I'm so amazingly excited about it. I think every single person I know needs to have one so that we can all be doing it together, because virtually, other than maybe like one or two people that I know, could definitely benefit from improving their fitness level and probably losing some weight too. So this is kind of a multi-purpose effort of mine, because I so want to motivate my friends. And so the blueprint for my H4H goals would be, I've got them written down right here. So let's see. Let's start with, I started with my Fitbit last Wednesday on August 1st, actually in the afternoon. And so I didn't know about the H4H challenge until today, which is Monday of the following week, but I'm using August 1st as the starting date of my H4H challenge. I will update and do a new video on each Wednesday with a weigh-in and that kind of thing. I started my first day weighing 203.5. Not everybody gives out their weight, but I'm okay with that, I guess. I've actually lost 20 pounds this year, which isn't so awesome, from the beginning of January through the 1st of August. Certainly with proper effort, a person could be doing much better than that. I have not been. And I think it's because my effort's been kind of scattered. I have been challenged in a way that probably my biggest challenge has been, up until acquiring the Fitbit, has been incorporating exercise into my weight loss effort. I've always, for over 20 years, I have been knowing the right way to eat. And sometimes I do it, and sometimes I don't. And I kind of go through phases, roller coaster phases of that. And so eating right is not usually a challenge, especially when I can track my food. Sometimes though, if I kind of slip up, if I stop losing weight or whatever, I lose my enthusiasm for tracking the food. And then pretty much the enthusiasm for my whole program kind of fizzles out. The most weight I've ever lost on any diet in my lifetime, and I've been dieting since I was in high school. I always wanted to weigh less than I did. And in high school, maybe in middle school, junior high, I was maybe about 15 pounds overweight. Then I'd lose a little, and gain back more. I've never at one time in any of my history of dieting effort lost at a collective amount of more than between 20 to 25 pounds, which does make a difference on me, on my frame, but it's never really been as much as I needed to lose. So that's a really going to be an interesting thing. I'm always very, I feel skeptical that I may not lose the amount that I truly have set for a goal. I'm almost at that threshold, and that's where I am for the year. And so my husband's company started a fitness and wellness program that they were promoting beginning at the first of the year, and he was real enthusiastic about it, and he lost a good bit of weight, maybe 15 pounds or something like that, and then his enthusiasm kind of failed. We started tracking our weight and our BMI around the 3rd of January, and so I've got kind of a running record of what our weight loss progress has been, but I was still, I started at like 203.5 and was still like 218 at the end of May. At that point, I was inspired to start Visalis, and I did Visalis for over a month. I was starving, absolutely starving. I didn't have the energy to exercise, nor the motivation, really. I lost like 6 pounds on Visalis and was really, really disappointed that I didn't have like tremendous results from it like so many other people claim to be having. I think now that I'm not on it, and I wrote about it on Facebook that I'm done with Visalis, lots of people are coming out saying, well, I tried it too and it didn't work for me either. And I think like virtually every person I know has done it. So it didn't work for me. And then I was like, well, what next? Because I was putting down at least about 100 a month plus, more like 115 or so on Visalis shake mix. And it tasted okay. I didn't have any of the flavor add-ins. I only had the shake mix. I liked adding stuff to it, but it wasn't working. I couldn't track anything. I was very lethargic. I had no energy whatsoever, so I quit that. I quit that because I was not feeling well, even at all. So, okay, I'm getting way off track and getting too rambly about my history and getting to know me. My goals here. I started Fitbit August 1st. I started looking for some community support, maybe just reviews and stuff on YouTube, and I ran into the Seegster's video review of the Fitbit. He was very enthusiastic about it, and then I started realizing, oh, this dude's been losing weight for a while. I haven't really had a chance to look through all his videos, but I'm going to try because I'm interested in what his progress has been and what worked, what didn't. But he's a guy, and so I'm not sure that it would really apply to me. What else? For me, starting August 1st, it is 13 weeks to Halloween for the H4H challenge. So if I'm going to, like I said, I'm very skeptical, but if I'm going to do this, let's set a 2-pound goal per week. That would be 26 pounds total by Halloween. I have already lost 20 pounds, so I just think, oh my gosh, it's just not even possible. So we'll see what happens, because I'm total skeptic about me progressing beyond like 23 pounds lost. I will be so amazed, and that will be very, very motivating. According to Fitbit, if I follow what they prescribe and I put in my weight loss goals on my Fitbit profile and all this, it says that I could lose a total of 43.5 pounds by December 31st, which sounds really incredible. We'll see how I sail through the holidays and what all occurs. I'm pretty much, for my fitness and exercise goals, this is all new to me. I'm used to eating healthy because I love all food. I love salad, and I love fish, and I love vegetables and fruit and healthy things. I like bad stuff too, but I've really been, for the most part, having more self-control and just losing weight gradually through the year by improving my eating habits. But also, it's been really hot in Kansas this summer, so I have been mostly melting because I have a garden, and the garden is not close to my house, which I could talk about that another time, but it's a community garden, 20-foot by 20-foot community garden that I have about a mile or so away from my house, and I melt mostly. I sweat a whole lot when I'm out there, and so I'll be like, dang, this is so easy to lose this weight because it's just sweating off. And I drink a lot of water, and when I started Visalis, I quit drinking sodas and mostly quit drinking coffee. I kind of am not like extreme coffee right now, although I have been in the past. Like about a week ago, I had a meeting and drank a ridiculous amount of coffee for somebody who's been off coffee for a couple of months. I felt sick the rest of the day. So I'm mostly just kind of trying to keep coffee to a bare minimum. I really, for quite a long time, I've had maybe 1 cup of coffee a week at church on Sunday morning. Some of my fitness goals are that I want to work on my arms because I don't like this. This is ugly. Gross. I want to work on my abs, so I think that's going to involve, maybe some crunches or something, because I've got to start moving in a way that's going to work my abdominals. That has not been happening with the walking I've been doing since getting my Fitbit. With my Fitbit, I am keeping up with 10,000 plus steps a day, at least 10 flights of stairs, and I'm trying to keep up with 1,000 activity points, but I'm not really reaching that every single day, and I don't know. Maybe I need to have more strenuous workout to keep up with 1,000 activity points a day. I mostly have been walking, just walking, but 5 miles is 5 miles more than I've used to been walking. So yeah, I'm pretty much, you don't know how much you walk unless you have the tool to know. And I'm telling you, Fitbit is the most amazingly accurate, sensitive tool for this product, for this type of activity that I've ever seen, ever used. I have used some fairly cheap pedometers, and they always make you really work for those steps. The Fitbit actually counts steps. A couple funny things have happened to me with my Fitbit. I one day was syncing my Fitbit by putting it on the little stand, and I forgot to put it back on. And then I went and climbed 5 flights of stairs. And then I went and I was like, oh no, it won't track it if I'm not wearing it. So you can't like manually update this thing. I have the Fitbit Wireless Ultra thing, and so I then put it back on and had to go climb 5 more flights of stairs so that it will actually read 10. So I actually did extras, and I was feeling a little cheated by that. This is my stories of ways I feel cheated by my Fitbit out of exercise tracking. But so I did go and do the extras, so I knew that I had extras in that day. The next thing that happened to me was the next day. This was on Sunday. Saturday was the day I had to do extra flights Then Sunday, I went on my porch swing with my husband, and just a little bit of swinging back and forth, suddenly it had recorded that I had done 12 flights of stairs, and I had only done like 5. So try not to swing with your Fitbit, because it will think that you've been climbing stairs. That was a little strange. And then the next day, the thing that happened was that, you know, I'm all about walking, doing extra, whatever, and the next day I took the kids, my husband and I took the kids to the water park at the Y, the outdoor water park. Super awesome pool and all this stuff, and fun and swimming and blah blah blah. Like for 3 hours I was not wearing my Fitbit. It was giving me like total anxiety, because I'm a complete slave to the numbers. Which I was watching someone else's video, and they were saying how they're trying their very best not to be a slave to the numbers, and just to be more attuned to how they feel, how their clothes are fitting, etc. Sorry. I am a number freak. That's probably why some of my efforts have failed in the past. I'm going to do my best not to be a number freak, but it's hard to overcome. And we'll just see where it goes. I'm hoping with a little bit of internet community support that this will be a successful thing for me. I do have a really awesome friend named Anna who has been inviting me to go walking with her. She's like, I think of her as one of my, fit friends. She's a crazy walker. She walks everywhere. She saves gas walking places. It goes to a store to walk. I don't know. I don't do that. But maybe I'll start. Anyway, it's about time for me to close this up. Let me see. I think I pretty much have told you everything about my goals. I guess I'll just say this is a little backwards, but I guess I'll repeat that. My name is Laura. I am 44 years old. I will be 45 shortly after Halloween on November 6th this year. And I would like to be another 26 pounds lighter. Is it possible? I cannot even fathom that. Cannot fathom having lost 46 pounds total by October 31st. I could nearly cry thinking about the change that could make in my life. So, leave me comments, subscribe, and click like, and I will post another video on Wednesday telling what my progress has been since August 1st. Thanks for watching.